Hi, I'm Brian Van, SportbikeTrackYou.com, and today we're going to do a product review on the all-new RS Taichi GP-EVO R NXT055 Gauntlet Race Glove. The NXT055 GP-EVO R glove is a real step up, in my opinion, from its predecessor, which is one of our best-selling high-end road race gloves. Happen to have a set of those. I've done a tremendous amount of riding in these gloves, and they're really one of my favorites in the bag. I like the value they provided, the price point they sold at. These retail for $289, which I believe is about $30 higher than the previous version. Comparing the two head-to-head, I've ridden in this one quite a bit. These I've worn in the shop long enough to get a good sense for how they fit, how they feel, and to be honest with you, I've owned enough gloves now that I know what to expect before I even get on the bike. Once I've worn them for, say, 15, 20 minutes, I already know what they're going to feel like when we're on the bike, whether they're going to be good to go or not, and how the sizing is, and how it compares to other models out there. I can see the additional value in this glove. Oftentimes when a product gets redesigned, right, and the price goes up, well, it got redesigned because they had to simply raise the price in order to remain profitable. But in this one, I can literally see and feel the additional spend, and it's still under $300, which provides a lot of value in this premium road race glove category. Retail price, as of the time we're shooting this video, is $289. Please understand that this price may go up, it may go down. We don't redo videos for pricing changes only. Sizing. I have on a 2X in this glove. These were also a 2X. I can tell you this one requires way less break-in. These didn't take a lot. This took literally almost nothing. I've had them on and off here a couple of times during the day. We had a staff meeting, had them on during the staff meeting. It took almost no time for these things to just dial in and feel great. I'm excited to get them out on the bike. In 2020, our riding season is done now, so I won't get a chance to take them out. But like I said previously, my expectations are these are going to perform great on the bike. Taichi used their sponsored MotoGP rider to help develop this product. You know, you can sample it out, build them a pair of gloves, get them to ride in them, get some feedback, and then you continue the project moving forward until you've landed on this, which is a great result. It's an innovative, award-winning design. It won some Red Dot Award. If you want to Google it and see what that's all about, feel free to do so. And the inspiration for the design itself came from some Japanese warrior armor, which in itself is kind of cool. What they've done here is some of the pieces, like the knuckle protectors that you see here, the protector here that covers the ulna, those were actually 3D modeled and 3D printed in the shape they needed to be in for testing so that they don't have any negative impact on the rider or the way they feel with the glove. It's really a challenge when you take a soft glove and you put a hard protector on it on the outside to have it not affect the feel and dexterity of the glove. Gloves are very difficult to manufacture. It's a fine line between dexterity and protection, and I think they did a really good job here of maintaining the dexterity while keeping the protection at a very high level. These are functional as sliders as well as impact protectors. There is some foam behind it. They have buzzwords for it. These are, specific products they've used in this area to manage impact. All these are sliders. Even here on the pinky, this is an addition. You happen to have a crash in the glove, it just promotes a slide. When you promote a slide, that helps to reduce the energy transfer to the rider. It's really simple stuff. You've also got the Knox scaphoid sliders here. You can see that they've kind of smalled those down a little bit too, so they're less obtrusive. Kangaroo palm. The rest of the glove is going to be high-end leather. We've got Petard's leather overlay here. That's in the high wear area. That's just going to help keep the service life of the glove a little higher. Keprotec stretch fabric. It is abrasion resistant, right? It's aramid fabric. You can see they've used it here in the control fingers. I mean, it feels like there's nothing in there restricting your mobility. That's really nice on the control fingers, both sides. Split armor technology here. That stretch fabric used there in the middle. So when you make a fist, it just simply moves with you. Floating armor. for the back of the hand. You've got a slider there. You've got foam behind that, a little foam insert here. Protection for the end of the ulna. Tons of mobility here at the wrist. By having the armor floating instead of everything stitched to the glove, you can see that it just allows that to just move around basically in any direction you need it to without any restriction. Dual gauntlet closure here. Safety strap here. Something Taichi has advocated for and designed their gloves to do as an additional feature is, and this kind of helps keep the glove up, if you take that safety strap and you align the two red patches like so, what that does is it pulls not only from here to here to close that gap, but it also pulls up to keep the glove up on your hand as it should be and into position. That is a Taichi specific feature. They've actually had that on a couple of their road race gloves over the years. With this model, they just took the time to make sure that the rider would understand what that was there for. Ventilation is provided with heavy amounts of perforation in between the fingers. That's a great way to introduce air into a glove. Your hands are out on the bars in the wind. It allows air to drive up in there. It's just going to keep you a little cooler, a little more comfortable when you're on the motorcycle. A sizing note too. This is something that we learned when we did the high-end glove shootout in the spring and of this year, fall of last year. Was a long project for us. When you get the gloves, wear them in your house. Don't go out on the bike and take a ride. Wear them in the house long enough to understand how you feel about the fit. One of the areas that we identified that was really key was going to be the distance between your index finger and your thumb. Once you have the glove on, you have everything seated. Your fingers are all the way in, your thumb's all the way to the tip of it, right? You want to make sure that when you put pressure here on the palm, okay, that it's not restricting your fingers from moving out. If when you put pressure here, you push in, if it pulls in on your fingers, right? When you push in there, if it's just pulling in on your fingers big time, what's going to happen is when you're on the bike and you're in a braking zone, right, you're naturally going to be putting weight there. Sure, you try and squeeze the gas tank with your legs and keep your hands light, but at the end of the day, you're going to be falling forward. You put a little bit of pressure there for sure. So you're braking, and if it's pulling like that, it just simply makes it harder to control the motorcycle. So you want to make sure that you've got a good fit in this area. Gloves don't like to stretch a tremendous amount in that particular area, so look out for that. Make sure you love them before you take them for a ride. I really like this product. I think Taichi did a great job in evolving what was already a great design, and they were also able to do it in such a way where they kept the price point under $300. This is going to continue to be one of the best values in high-end road race gauntlet gloves moving forward.